Hello, 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 and welcome back to Be True to Self, the station designed to help you be your best self by being informed about what's going on in your world and what's going on around you. Today I want to come, I missed you guys first off. Let me just say that this is Dawn again. I missed talking with you guys, but I'm back and I wanted to talk to you first and foremost about, because I'm very excited about this, the National Democratic Convention is this evening. Tonight we will be able to see our presumptive candidate Kamala Harris, who is on the ticket with Joe Biden to be our vice president. And I'm so excited about this nomination. I really am. Kamala Harris is perfect for this job. I mean, she has restored my faith in the possibility that there can actually be a politician who is working for the best interests of the country. And with Kamala Harris, given that she's a former prosecutor and attorney general for the Department of Justice in California, she is perfectly designed for this position. And kudos to Joe Biden. Kudos for Joe Biden for having the tenacity and the courage that it takes to nominate the very first African American nominee for vice president. So I'm just simply excited. I hope you guys are excited. Please participate in watching the Democratic Convention this evening. You should learn um, a number of issues that Joe Biden and Kamala Harris intend to address in their presidency. And it's sure to be an informative evening. And I tell you, the best way to be anchored in change is by making your best informed decision. And to do that, you have to equip yourself with the information necessary to make the best informed decision humanly possible. And with Kamala Harris, listen, she has the highest level of integrity. Okay, I know that she, from her track record, you don't have to take my word on this. Do your research. Do your research on these candidates, okay? And she has, like I said, the highest level of integrity. She's already a senator. You know, as I said, she was a former prosecutor and attorney general for the state of California. Um, she is all about moving this country forward for everyone, not just for African Americans, because it's not about us, although it is about us, given that the current president is determined to set us back decades in terms of our freedoms and services and equalities. But with this ticket, with Joe Biden and Kamala Harris, I know they have everything it takes to move this country forward in a manner that will do us all proud, not just for white folks, because I've never been an advocate for just African Americans, although I'm African American. I want what's best for all people. And with Joe Biden and Kamala Harris, we are best equipped to make that a reality. So, guys, please watch the Democratic Convention this evening and vote early if you can. And if not, just come out on election day and let's effectuate the change we seek. I mean, because it does none of us any good to sit back and just discuss this matter amongst ourselves. We need to learn how to move the pendulum forward. Okay, you have to put actions with words. It's not enough to just sit back and talk about issues. We have to effectuate the change we seek. Otherwise, we just need to sit down and just take whatever comes our way. You know, you cannot have an opinion on a matter if you're not ready to make a change. Be a part of the solution. Otherwise, you're part of the problem. So, guys, I want you to participate in watching the Democratic Convention this evening. It'll be on all this week. Take notes, learn as much as you can, and make the most informed decision when election time comes, because we deserve better and we should have better. And the only way that that's going to happen is if we effectuate the change we seek. Okay? Awesome, guys. I wanted to talk to you also about all over the country, they're opening up schools in live training or in live instructions in classes, and they are finding that that has been a mistake. So now they're trying to roll back that decision. Meanwhile, we are having more children being affected with the COVID-19 virus. In particular, African American and Latino children are disproportionately affected by this virus. Now, you have to say to yourself, why is that the case? Why is that the case? Okay, because most of us are working class people. We can't afford to have our kids at home. So we send them to school, and some of us are listening to our leadership, and they are advising, particularly in the Republican states, that we open up schools. And that is absolutely the wrong decision. And I know it's a hard decision to make. I have to make that decision as well. But ultimately, it's for the safety of our children. We cannot gamble with our children's lives. It doesn't get any more serious than this. Okay, so if you are in one of those states where you have live instructions, you need to reconsider that. Because I would hate for any parent to live with that kind of guilt, because if something happens to your child as a direct result of you listening to someone else's opinion that's not substantiated in fact, because the United States expert doctor on the matter, Dr. Fauci, has not sanctioned, you know, live instructions. He is not in agreement with the president on that. And the president hasn't been briefed in months. Now, this is from Dr. Fauci. You don't have to, take my word for it. Do your research. Look it up for yourself. Dr. Fauci has not, or Donald Trump has not sought the briefing of his medical expert on the COVID-19. He has just gone off willy-nilly, based solely on his ego, that schools should open, and that's that. Meanwhile, the numbers are supporting that these kids are contracting this deadly disease as a result of going to school and them not being able to social distance, wear the mask, and follow the proper protocol that we have in place. Now, this is definitely a breakdown in leadership. This is a breakdown in leadership because, typically people would follow what the president says, you know. But this president is on something else. I can't even say what he's on. No one really knows. But he is not being briefed by the experts in the industry. And he's taking the risk with our children and with our teachers and with our staff in the educational system. And that's just too high of a price to pay, in my opinion. So, guys, if you can keep your kids at home, please keep them home. Because I would hate for any family to lose a child because you're listening to the bad advice from our leadership. Okay, guys? The other thing I wanted to talk to you guys about is people who have a problem with wearing masks. Now, I'll be the first person to say to you that masks are totally uncomfortable. They're hot. I have asthma. I can hardly breathe in them. But the facts support and the experts support that wearing a mask minimizes your exposure to this virus. It keeps me from passing on my germs and you from passing on your germs to me in the event that either one of us is infected. Because 9 times out of 10, if you're infected, you won't know until after you have exposed many people. That's why they have these contact tracer people in effect. Okay, guys, so wear the mask. Wear the mask because it's helping us to have some kind of safeguard against this deadly virus. Now, I know it's uncomfortable. It's uncomfortable for me, as I said before. But if it's going to save lives, a moment of inconvenience or a few hours of inconvenience is worth saving lives. It's as simple as that, guys. I don't know how I can express to you the urgency and the importance of wearing a mask. And I don't care where you work or where you're going to school or where you're going, when you are in an environment where there are other people, wear a mask to protect yourself and to protect others. Okay, guys? That's all I have for today. I'm trying to get myself ready so that I can enjoy this National Democratic Convention tonight. It's going to be an event in my home. I hope you make an event too, because as long as you're learning, then you're growing. And that's what this station is all about. So, guys, remember, be wise, be witty, and be true to self. And I'll see you soon. Smooches.